guys, it's Brooke Eagle, and we are back with another Forsyth Magazines podcast episode. And I have the beautiful Amy with me today. She is the owner and founder of Sugar Mamas Movement, and also of American Moving and Hauling. But we're here to talk about Sugar Mamas today. How are you, Amy?
I'm good, Brooke. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so glad that we are now recording video of these episodes so y'all can see her cute outfit. Oh my gosh, she's just adorable all the time. I love
to
it.
shop. Yep.
She's a big shopping girl.
Yes.
Which, speaking of, there's a huge shopping event happening that you're putting on. Tell us a little bit about it before we dive into all the things.
So we are gearing up for our big Sugar Mamas Shopping Experience 2.0. It's going to be May 17th and 18th at Ace Acres, which is a new venue in Clemens, and we're super excited about it. It's a beautiful venue. It's going to be on 150 acres, 1,200 square foot venue, and we are already getting lots of great shops and boutiques that have signed up and sponsors, and we're just super excited to bring women business owners back in the community together to celebrate again. It was really fun last year.
It was huge last year.
It
was. Insanely huge. I mean, I knew it would be, but it was like I came at the tail end because I had something going on the front end. Mm-hmm. And that event is just my heart because it's local. It's shopping local. It's women-owned businesses. You know how much I preach about shopping local.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's like your
perfect.
That's your niche, right? That's all
and
Brooke
it's just
Eagle.
so important. So it's fun to be able to go to one place and see a ton of these women-owned local businesses.
Yeah, it was really awesome. And I think a lot of the feedback we got was, as the kids would say, the vibes.
Good vibes.
So it was really good vibes. It was just like a lot of great energy. It was just such a level of support for women that it wasn't just like a shopping event. Like you're not going to get that going to the mall it was just fun.
You definitely ain't going to get that going to the mall. Just like,
Depression.
No, I do not like the mall.
Oh my gosh,
it's
the
a
worst.
sad day if I have to go to the mall.
Oh my gosh, I'm just waiting till it's completely empty one day. It's gonna.
I know, it's kind of sad.
It is.
Yeah. So, Amy, I want to talk about your journey to starting the Sugar Mamas movement. You just started, I guess, year 2 officially.
Yeah. So in August oh gosh, this is 2025, right?
I know my years are mixed up.
I don't even know what year it is. Yeah. So we just it just kind of started, the thought of it started in August of 2023. And then we officially launched in February of 2024. So we're coming up on a year, and it has been the wildest, craziest, busiest year of my life, which is really saying something because
you're a busy woman anyway.
I'm busy. And so I'm like, I don't know, but all the year-end stuff was coming out on social media and stuff, and so we were doing like our videos, like our year-end, and I was just like, oh my gosh, we did so much. I'm like, I'm tired, like even thinking about it.
I saw you did take a few weeks off in November.
Yep.
Yes.
So,
I was very proud of you for that.
Thank you.
I tried not to reach out at all.
No, you're fine. I think I had to do that. I think like what happened. So I did the shopping event, and it was such a big endeavor, and I didn't know how much it was going to take out of me because I'd never put myself out there like that before, like publicly and meeting all the people and getting everything together. It was just so much, like mentally, emotionally, physically. So like after the shopping event, I think I was like shell shocked for like a month. And I never really took a break. Like that weekend, I took my kids to Great Wolf Lodge, and I was like, what were you doing? Like, let me just add to the overstimulation.
Yeah.
So I was like, I've got to get a break somewhere. So I was able to get it a few months later, but still, I think you have to do that. If you're
I think that's such a good point. I remember my first year doing the Women on the Move conference, same thing. It was a ton of work, and I didn't even realize how much it was going to take out of me. And I scheduled a meeting for the next morning.
I remember you telling me that, and you were like,
I was like, what in the world was I thinking? I was so mad at myself. So now it's like my rule. I don't schedule anything for the day after the conference, even though 2 days after. I got to do my thing. But as you know, the first time planning something is always way harder. Every time after that, not that it's not hard, but you know what to expect a little bit more, and it's just a different kind of hard.
That's true. And I think that when I was planning, like anytime you do something new, like you're talking about, you're like, can I do this? Am I capable of doing this? How is this going to work out? Am I going to fall flat on my face? Is this going to be publicly embarrassing, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's like you're just hyping yourself up so much, and you're doing every single thing that you can to make it the best that you can.
Yep.
So when you like accomplish it, it's just like, oh my gosh, it's just like, it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. So yeah, that was the extra part of like the whole emotional thing about it. But I was just thrilled.
You
with the outcome.
Be.
Yeah.
You should be. And the Sugar Mamas movement as a whole, it was, so last week was the first meeting, I guess, of 2025.
Uh-huh.
And as you said, the vibes were incredible.
Hey.
The women, it was 70 women in the room?
70 women, yeah.
And it was just incredible. I go to all women events all the time, but this one just really, like, I don't consider myself a super emotional person, but it just brought up the emotions in me. It was a beautiful event. I mean, you did a great job. Everybody wanted to be there. You know, there's so many networking events around that
just like
you can tell that everybody doesn't necessarily want to be there.
Yeah.
But this event, these ladies were pumped to be there. They were excited.
Yeah.
And that was because of you.
Oh,
so you should
not
be
just
proud.
me, but yeah.
Well, you do have a great team too. But it was I know this was your vision, and that you had lots of doubters. And I'm so proud of you for pushing through.
Thank you.
Tell us about that a little bit, about the journey.
So it's been a great year, but it's also been a hard year, because I think anytime you start something new, and not that it's a completely revolutionary idea to have a women's empowerment and networking group, right? But anytime you do something new, or you do a new kind of event for the area, or you even make yourself public, people are like, what is she doing? Or who does she think she is?
Who does she think she is?
And I'm just like, I'm just me. Like,
but you know what? I'm not to interrupt you, but
You're fine.
When people say, I saw this on social media somewhere, when somebody says or thinks, who does she think she is? The comeback to that is, well, who do you think you are for saying that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, so anyway.
I would say Amy blank job.
Tim's a great hype man.
Yes, he is.
I love me some Amy job. I'm just going to say.
Oh, so sweet.
So yeah, continue. Sorry.
No, you're fine. So I think that when you do that, and when I did it, it wasn't out of a place of like, oh, look at me. It's out of like, you know, I want to promote what I'm doing. I want to promote the women in the community and stuff. And so a lot of people misinterpreted that and misunderstood me. And it's funny that you don't realize how much that can actually hurt your feelings when you're just like, I'm just trying to like bring people together or whatever, you know?
This
and
isn't
it's like,
about me.
Yeah. And it's just like you get approached with so much misconceptions and just so much, you know, animosity. And so it's hard to not feel like you have to explain yourself. But I don't owe that to anybody. And that's what I had to come to terms with, because if I know my intentions and I know what I'm trying to do and accomplish, then I don't owe you an explanation. And you can take that however you want to take it.
Yeah.
So it's your issue. It's not my issue. And I think sometimes a lot of people don't understand the difference between promoting yourself and like promoting what you're doing. So are you like trying to be seen and known, or are you really trying to I don't want to say sales and market, but it's more like you're really trying to let people know what you're doing and show your cause, you know?
And it is hard because you're, you know, essentially for me too, I am promoting myself a lot of times, because you're selling relationships are so important. Like people are doing business with you or with American Moving, but they're also doing business with Amy, who they love.
Yeah.
People might be doing business with Forsyth Woman, but they're doing business with Brooke or Keela because they love us.
Yeah.
So it's like also important to not sell yourself. That's the wrong terminology, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get it. I was at the event that you came to on in January. It was so cool because I'm just sitting there like, I don't know. It was just kind of a weird moment because there was so many people going around the room and they were like, and I know Amy from here and I joined because of Amy. And I was like, this is wild. Like, why like people are joining because of me? It just sounded so crazy. Like it's just to build a community, really. But it just showed me like how people really love and support me. And so to say all the people that didn't understand me or didn't support me or whatever, the people that do, like, make up for that 1,000 times over. So it just makes it easy to just keep going and be like, whatever, you know?
So where the journey of Sugar Mamas, where is it going or where has it already gone in a way that you didn't expect?
That is a funny story because, like, I don't know if I go back to the origin story, but, and I tell this to people a lot. I don't know if I've told it to you, but like when I went to my first Women on the Move conference, I feel like that's when I really caught the bug for like women empowerment and supporting women and networking in a group exclusively with women.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. And so.
And how full circle that Sugar Mamas is for the presenting sponsor this year.
I'm thrilled. We're so excited.
Really sweet.
Yeah, we're so excited. So, you know, for just like a couple years, I've just kind of been doing what I'm doing now, like organically, like just connecting people together. That like that's my passion, networking, you know, coaching women, just not even just, you know, not any kind of paid coaching, just be like, hey, you know, you can do this, whatever.
Yeah.
So I feel like that seed was planted. And then in August of 2023, I was thinking, like, I want to plan, like, a shopping event with local businesses because I'm big on supporting, like, local boutiques and women that are in business. And I said, that would be really cool to have an experience like that. There's nothing that's been exclusively women-owned shopping event. And so I started that, and then I was, like, working with Jody, and she gives these like journal prompts that will rock your brain, like you're like questioning your whole existence. And so I'm like writing all these dreams out. Like it's way more than just a shopping event. Like I really want to have a community that connects women and that supports women. And so as I was doing that, I was like, no, it's more. So then I didn't have a business plan to save my life for Sugar Mama's membership. Like it just sort of like organically happened, and it just felt natural because people were coming to me and they were like, I want to be a Sugar Mama. And I was like, what does that even mean? And I'm like, we've got to create it, you know? And so it just went from there. And the response I got was wild. Like I didn't, expect it.
So how many members do you have this year?
We have almost 90 women.
Wow.
Which is crazy because we just launched our membership in April of 2024. So it hasn't even been a full year.
That is incredible.
Isn't that crazy?
You should be so proud.
I'm proud, and I also have a good team. So.
Yeah. I do want to talk about your incredible team.
Yeah.
So tell us the core group.
So we've got Jody, whom you know and love.
Love me some Jody.
Jody, she's so awesome. I really credit her a lot for this because as I was like developing the idea and everything, she was like, it was just like one sentence, but she was like, you can do this, Amy. And it was just her looking at me, like I want to tear up right now. And just that, because I knew she meant it. And it was like, it just planted something in me like, I can do this. So it like eliminated so much self-doubt just from that. And so she has been so great in helping us develop our brand. She's like our brand strategist. She has been great in a coaching aspect. And so it's just been like amazing to work with her. Just
I love
suggest
that.
her to anybody.
That's her superpower is making you feel like you can do anything.
I know.
Like
it is. And she has this shirt and it says, when you win, we win. And I was like, that sums up Jody right there. Because she's just such a cheerleader.
Such a team player.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you just feel so confident.
Aww.
So Jody, and then I have Nikki, who does all of our social media, but she does so much more though. She pours so much into it. It's not just the social media. She's at every event.
I heard she even made that charcuterie.
She did.
That was incredible.
I can't wait to send this to her because she said, don't tell anybody I did this.
Sorry, Nikki.
She's so busy. And her business has blown up since she's been doing Sugar Mama. So now she's completely at capacity.
Wow.
And she's made a total like career shift. And I'm just like so thrilled to see it. And she's just such an amazing person. She's multi-talented, and she's pushing for me to do this Christmas shopping experience. And I'm like, Nikki, I think I can only do one of these a year. Let me get through this one to see if I'm still alive.
Oh my gosh.
So Nikki and then we have Sharice, who does all of our member services stuff, and she helps with my project management. So she is like the real like organized one of us. Like I'm organized in the physical world, but not in my brain and not on like files and data and all that kind of stuff. So she keeps like all of that
Sharice
stuff.
is extremely organized, for sure.
Extremely. She loves a spreadsheet.
And so sweet. When she smiles at me, my heart melts a little bit. She's just the sweetest.
They're going to love hearing this interview. So, yeah, and it's just been so amazing because, like, with American Moving, like, I feel like I did so much myself. And I think we've talked about this before. Like, I didn't really start really growing exponentially until I let other people in to help me more. And it's just been the same with Sugar Mamas. It's like you can't, and that just, like, proves my whole point is that you can only grow so much by yourself.
Yeah.
And then you need other people to teach you, to help you, to support you, to coach you, to buy from you.
Yeah.
to rep you.
And you got to like go a little bit on faith, like, which is challenging sometimes, but like sometimes you just got to make that little leap. It's a little scary.
Oh my
but
gosh.
you got to do it.
It's so scary. It's so scary to not know what you're doing and keep doing it. But like the whole thing is, I feel like if you just go ahead and take the next step, then the next step will be shown to you, and then the next step and the next step. But you're not going to know. It's not going to be all laid out for you, because if it was, you'd be like, hell no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
That's
well,
crazy.
and that would be boring.
It'd
Like
be
that
boring.
wouldn't be exciting.
No anxiety.
Yeah, we need excitement around
Gosh,
here.
Brooke.
A plan? What?
I know. So yeah, but that's the way I look at it. But it has been an exciting journey. Like it's nerve-wracking and scary, but it's just like, what are we gonna do today?
Yeah. I'm seriously so excited that you guys are the presenting sponsor. I feel like that's such a full circle moment that that seed got kind of planted at the conference, and then here you are, 2025. You're going to be the presenting sponsor, and you have almost 100 women in Sugar Mama's movement.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
When can you get 100 women to do anything all in one accord at the same
Isn't that
time?
the truth? Yeah,
You know.
But it's so special. Like I know I already said this, but the energy in the room was just unmatched. It reminded me of the conference a little bit, like of that just like high energy, that people that were, collaboration over competition, community over competition, that we're all here to support each other.
We're all here to support each other. And what I heard a lot was, and it's something that I don't even think about, because like I feel like I'm just being me and the people around me are just being themselves, but I heard so much. It was so real. It was so authentic. And I'm like, what kind of people are y'all around?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
but
I think you have to, not to be a man hater, because I love men too, but but that you feel like you got to be a little more maybe professional and or not reserved, guarded. Yeah. And so there's just something really special about an all women's group.
Yeah. And
that you do feel like you can truly be yourself.
Right. Yeah. It's like you can have another level of vulnerability.
Yeah.
And I think even in corporate, like women setting, like all women networking groups that are corporate, you still have to kind of feel like you have to have this shield of like, I have it all put together. And we don't. I mean,
Nobody
like it's a lie, right?
Yeah,
so
they're lying if they say they do.
I feel like we can be messy if we need to be messy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I love that.
Yeah. I'm so proud of you. You have just done an incredible job. I can't wait to see where Sugar Mama's is a year from now. I mean, if you've done this much in 1 year, it's just going to be insane.
I know.
So before we wrap things up, I want you to tell us a little bit about what Sugar Mama's has going on this year in addition to the shopping event. And so membership is closed for this year?
So
tell me how that works.
Sure. Yeah. So we're doing 2 membership cohorts per year.
Okay.
So the one that started in January has just closed out, and then we'll open another one. It'll be open in April. We're going to do kind of like a little early opening for membership for Forsyth women attendees.
Oh, okay.
So you'll be able to get in there like a little early with a little discounted rate. So we'll do that, and then it'll be open in April, and we'll start our new cohort in May, like right around the time of the shopping event.
Okay.
So we'll do twice a year. It just seemed easier to kind of get everybody started at one time and kind of plan out the schedule. So last year we were doing a lot of community events, and it really kind of drained our team. But that was my fault because I was just like, yeah, we can do all this stuff. I want to do all of it. So all the things. So what we've done this year is really just focus on our members and doing events for mainly only our members. So the things that won't be member only are the shopping event as of right now. So we have our schedule planned out through May. But some things that we're doing, we did the business panel in January. In February, we're doing the Galentine's Goal Setting Pajama Brunch. That is such a crazy long name. I should shorten that.
Hey, but I ordered my Valentine's pajamas. I'll have you know.
Okay,
so
people were like, "Glam pajamas? What am I supposed to wear?" I'm like, "Just don't wear like a Looney Tunes t-shirt."
I had so much fun picking out glam pajamas. Are you kidding?
I love it. So we're doing that. We're gonna have a seminar on how to get funded for your business. So it's like a mix of a lot of fun things and a lot of like educational things, like how we can support your business and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of what we've got planned. We have our schedule planned through May, and then in a couple months we'll plan out the rest of the year. But we have a packed schedule, really, and we meet like once a month, and then we do a virtual option as well. So
awesome.
Yeah.
So how do we find you on social media?
Sugar Mamas Movement on Instagram and Facebook. And then our website is sugarmamasmovement.com.
Make sure to add that movement in there.
Yes. Don't.
Yes.
Yeah, you might not get what you're looking for.
You might find something you didn't know you were looking for. But chances are, if you're not looking for that, then you will be quite disappointed.
That's funny. And make sure that you are coming to our Women on the Move conference that is presented by Sugar Mamas Movement this year. It is Thursday, March 20th at the beautiful Legacy Stables and Events. Amy will be there. Her team will be there. About 300 other women will be there. It's going to be huge, and we are so excited.
Yes.
So
I just want to add, Brooke, you should really be proud of yourself for what you're doing. Like that conference is, I hear so many people talk about it, and they're like, I can't wait to go. This was so fun. There's people, I talked to somebody yesterday, like, that was the first thing I went to when I moved to the area. And they said, that's how I just knew I loved it here.
oh,
And so you're doing
that
a really
makes
good
me
thing.
happy.
Yeah.
I love a good women's event.
Yes.
We love it. Well, Amy, thank you. It was so great to chat with you. And you can find Amy on social media at Sugar Mamas Movement. You can find Forsyth Mags on social media at Forsyth Mags. And that's it. That's all we got for today. We'll see y'all next time. The views and opinions stated on this podcast are solely those of the contributors and not necessarily those of our distributors or hosting companies. This podcast is copyrighted and cannot be reproduced without expressed written consent of Forsyth Magazines Incorporated. Ooh, that's a mouthful.